Let's go to Sheriff Rob Maciol, who's standing by right now. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
I hate to transition from there to here, but we're talking about a big loss for the Oneida County Sheriff's Department.
Huge loss, not only for the Sheriff's Office, but for Oneida County as a whole. Obviously, retired Sheriff William Hasenauer, as everyone knows, Bill, he passed away yesterday. Sheriff Hasenauer was Oneida County's longest-serving elected sheriff in our history since 1798. Wow. He served somewhere, I'm not exact, we're trying to research that today, but somewhere in the neighborhood of about 18 and a half years as the elected sheriff. Prior to that, he was the undersheriff for Sheriff Chubby Picola, and prior to that, he was a member of the Sheriff's Office in the Oriskany Police Department. So long history in law enforcement. Just a really good guy. I mean, a legend and an icon in the law enforcement community. As I posted on my Facebook page last night, I remember it'll be 30 years. Actually, I think in the beginning of December, 30 years ago when I started the police academy, and he and then Utica Police Chief Benny Rotundo, they both came into the academy class. Let me tell you, we jumped out of our seats and stood at attention as fast as you could imagine. Yeah. And these two legends talked about their career and what we were about to embark upon ourselves. So just a good guy, all around real good guy with a lot of stories.
It is, it's so often that we don't, I appreciate what you're doing here because it's so often that people that end up doing their service and then retiring and that we don't talk about them after when things like this happen. And exactly. The fact that you're coming out to in tribute fashion, I think, is really special.
Yeah, I mean, and again, he remained active even after he retired from the sheriff's office in 1990. He remained a very active person in the New York State Sheriff's Association. He also, as you know, became, I believe, he was elected to 10 terms, or I'm sorry, let's see, how did this go? Five 2-year terms as Forestport Town Supervisor after his retirement. Just a community servant. And like I said, he remained active in the State Sheriff's Association. He actually went to the winter conference. He and both Sheriff Middaugh and I, we attended together this past year. So he remained active right up until the end. Just, like I said, a mentor to me. Not only was he the first guy that I met as I entered the police academy 30 years ago, but he was one of the first people to congratulate me when I was sworn in 8 years ago, and he's been a mentor to me ever since.
All right, Sheriff, we appreciate you sharing the story, and thanks so much.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day.
Sheriff Rob Maciol.